I moved into my boyfriend's house and haven't been able to sleep for 3 weeks because he doesn't let me. I am losing my mind. I moved into my boyfriend's house 3 weeks ago, and it's been really hard. We have been fighting a lot. Many of our fights are because he doesn't let me sleep. I work 9 to 5, so I wake up at 8-ish. He works whenever he wants, so he doesn't have a set sleep schedule. I used to go to sleep 11:30 p.m. before living with him. I compromised to 12:30 a.m., but there are nights he goes to bed at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 7 a.m. There is a master bedroom and a guest bedroom. I was sleeping in the master, and he would go in and out, disrupting me, so I yelled at him. He says, "Give me 10 minutes, and I'll be in bed." Hours go by, and he is still not in bed and making noises in the kitchen or living room. He told me you can go to sleep without me. There is a lot of noise when he comes into the master, and he says that's where all his things are, so he needs to go in and out. I tried sleeping in the guest room, which does not have a lock, but when I do so, he comes in there and disrupts my sleep instead of just going in the master. I have only been getting 5 to 6.5 hours of sleep for weeks now, and I am very broken. Yesterday evening I told him I have a doctor's appointment at 8 a.m. before work, so I have to be up at 6:30. I got ready for bed at 10 p.m. in the guest room and was watching TV on my computer with a plan to sleep at 11 p.m. I put a note on the door, saying, "I have to be up early, please be considerate." I fell asleep at 11:30-ish with my eye mask on, fan on for white noise, always use this, sleep podcast, and he came in 3 times while I was sleeping and woke me up. He was drunk, turned on the light, and pulled up my eye mask. I always begged him to let me go to sleep because I had to be awake early. Then he started making a lot of noise in the hallway, saying he was having 8 strippers over, making intimacy noises in the bedroom. I told him I'm leaving, I just want to sleep, why don't you let me sleep? I was on my hands and knees on the floor crying and he said I'm sorry, I was just playing, I'm a jerk. I told him I needed to go get some sleep, and I planned to just sleep in my car. It was now 1 a.m. I left, and he called me, telling me he was sorry. He was in bed. Can I come back, and we can go to sleep? I return, and he is not in bed, he is in the basement getting laundry. I said I wanted to go to sleep. I try to sleep again, and he then comes in and starts cuddling me telling me he loves me and he's sorry. I asked him to come to my appointment tomorrow, and he agreed. I said I had to go to the bathroom. I go pee and when I come out he is in the bathroom. 10 minutes go by, and he's still in there. I start screaming at him to come, he says he's peeing. Then I open the door, and he closes it before I can get in. He tells me he's taking NyQuil. I just freaked out. I went into the bedroom and pull off everything on the dresser onto the floor. I then turn over the lamp nightstands. He pushes me onto the bed, and there is a necklace that he said he can't find. He is freaking out, and I'm scared, so I tell him I'll help him find it. We found it. It's past 2 a.m., and we go to sleep in the guest room. He is on my side, so I just go into the master bedroom and sleep there until my alarm goes off. I wake him up, and he starts getting ready. He notices his front veneer is gone, it was there last night. He accuses me of taking it. I said I didn't. I tried to help him, but I had to go to my doctor's appointment, so I said let's go, and I'll help you find it afterward. He says he wants to find it so he stays. On the way there he texts me, "You don't care about me, get out and leave me alone. You are one of the most selfish individuals I have met." I don't respond. Then he calls me saying he found it. I go to my appointment and get back home, but I have to work from 9 to 5:30 p.m. today. IWFH, he is sleeping as I type this. I will get a hotel tonight and look into moving out this weekend. I feel horrible for throwing stuff on his dresser on the floor, but I can't take this constant lack of sleep. Am I the a-hole? Update, I logged off work early, saying I wasn't feeling well. I checked into a hotel, not the closest one because I thought he might have looked for my car there first. I'm going to sleep now. Second update, he actually proposed to me at the end of May 2024 after a few months of dating with a stunning engagement ring. I said I wasn't sure because it was so soon, so I took it for a day and gave it back. I wanted us to know each other better and live together before that step. I accepted a contract startup position in July, working halfway across the country, and was gone for weeks. He asked me to move into his apartment before I accepted that position, but I told him I wanted to see it. I would return for 1 to 2 weeks at a time, and we would stay together. He always stayed up later than me, until 1 to 2 a.m., but he would put headphones in, turn off lights, and be quiet/respectful when I was sleeping. It was only after I moved into his house in mid-November that things escalated. He told me he wanted to put me on the deed of the house, however, I declined. There is a safe in the house where he keeps cash. He asked me if I wanted the code. I said no, I didn't want to be accused if anything was ever missing. The red flags were there, and my intuition was trying to warn me, should have listened to it sooner. I slept for 11 hours. Yay! My parents live 5 hours away. I was planning to see them on Christmas Eve. I called and told them everything. Staying with a friend tonight, my dad offered to pick me up tomorrow, and I'll be there for at least a few weeks. I will be breaking up with my boyfriend, but I want to be a few states away before I tell him. If he shows up at my parents' home, we'll call the police. My dad and my brother said they'll come back with me later on to get the rest of my belongings. I don't know if I even want to go back there to get them. I just know I can't do it right now.